Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, sir. My name is Muhammad Ashik, and I am going to present my thesis on metro station complex design at InfoPark, Kakanad. My thesis was on the design of a metro station and a shopping mall with a public plaza in the metro in the InfoPark area of Kakanad. The aim was to create a landmark project that will be having a commercial that will be serving as the commercial hub, also with the also catering the uh, social giving a public place also for the commutators. Objective of the project was to make the metro station and the complex blend to the local, so that it will match with the locality and how the context and all. And next one is to make the station as a public space where the people can come and relax also. That was make the people easy for the people to navigate to the station. And in the area, what are the facilities lacking, and to try to provide that. That was the objectives. Coming to scope, and it is scope is also to design a mixed use metro station, and also as a public space, and encouraging many public spaces like library, OVT, and plazas. Limitation of the thesis was that due to the coronavirus, there was some I couldn't do the live case studies as such, so I had to take literature case studies, and site visit also I could go only once. And coming to relevance of the project, the public transport is a very demanding thing now, and as the population and the city grows, the demand of the public transport increases, because and as the cities increases, the traffic increases, and the pollution increases. To reduce this, we need to if everyone goes with their vehicle, the pollution will increase, and also everyone has slowly go to the public transport to decrease the uh, carbon emission and all. So the Kochi Kerala government has proposed the Kochi Metro Rail, and the Info Park is a terminal station from where which the Kochi Metro's phase 2 development is coming, and it is in the phase 2. The terminal station is coming on the Info Park. That is the station that I'm going to design. Coming to the feasibility, the area and the location where the location of the site is Kochi in Info Park. It is a very well-known area, coming with regards to its characteristics. With the Info Park, Ernakulam being such a big city in Kerala, and population also of the Kochi city is greater than the Cochin GCDA is greater, and the number of registered motor vehicles is increasing, so that will lead to more number of road accidents, and reduced speed of vehicles. So more time to commute between places also becoming a problem. So this metro is a fast moving, so it will help people to reach their place in a fast and less economical manner. And coming to the methodology, in stage 1, what I did is data collection, and from the and after that I did primary data collection, secondary data collection, then I did case studies, literature, and literature case studies only mainly, and all the bylaws case studies, literature case studies, all these are analyzed as a data. Then I did area requirements, and from that I did the more spatial modeling, like what all are the requirements of the project. Then I did case site study, then I did site analysis, site zoning, and coming to the conceptual design. Then coming to the presentation of plan views, section, and elevation. The project's requirements were a metro terminal station, multimodal transit hub, and a parking complex, landscaped parks, and In the metro station, what all are required were the ticket office, platforms, entrance halls, office kiosks, etc. Coming to the data collection, first I did KMBR data collection on what are the offsets and what all are the areas, what all are the offsets, FSI coverage and all that, and which group these buildings comes. Metro station comes in assembly buildings, and commercial comes in group F. And then I did the parking space analysis, and for the shopping complex, I did I do the this is from the Newforts and time saver standards of the basic size of all the aisles and all the shops and all. Then I did data collection on the what all are the areas needed. There is a ratio of the sales to ancillary spaces, that is 45 to 55, and according to that ratio the areas are given. And I did what all are the areas required and all. And then I did the data collection on corridors and passageways, and different methods of doing the making the fire staircase, like pressurization of fire staircase to reduce this fire spread and all. Then I did the data collection on metro station. My metro station was a terminal metro station, so it needed to accommodate so many things, like a large number of passengers will be there, intermodal connection between the last station to their homes and all, and park and ride facilities, kiss and ride facilities, and accommodation of storage tracks and maintenance facilities for the tracks, accommodation of staff facilities. The staff has to accommodate all those facilities also have to be provided. Coming to the station planning and design, the station should be a visually appealing, open and ventilated space, and it should have a cross ventilation. The station planning should permit cross ventilation and all. The station is mainly having unpaid area and paid zone, and that is not shown here. The platform, unpaid area, paid area, and the entrance. And coming to the typical station zoning, this is the zone 1, zone 2, and zone 3. In zone 1 is where the every people will come and change their mode of exchange and all. People go out and change their mode, go into the metro station, going out of the metro station. That is zone 1. And zone 2 is the concourse area, where the people will go in, and they will do the take the tickets and informations and all the station main things will happen in the concourse area. And after that, AFC barriers means automated fare collection systems. And after that concourse area, they will go to platform area where they will board. The station design requirements. These are the requirements, like adequate ventilation for the road users below. It is for an elevated metro station. Ticket counters should be provided before accessing to a security check. Ticket vending machines, automatic vending machines, automatic vending machines are now being implement now it's been implemented. It should be provided before the security check, and space for passenger automatic ticket dispensing machine for future. All these are KMRL's new things, KMRL's guidelines for station design. And this AFCs and parking and circulation area for traffic integration, and landscaping work, signage, and all these things are needed. In concourse is the area that is between the interface between street and platform. In elevated station, it is contained at the both ends of the station, and it is where all the passenger amenities are provided. And it is actually divided into two areas, like distinct paid and unpaid areas. After taking ticket, we'll go through security gate, and the next area will be the paid area. Then we can enter to the paid area only through security gates after taking the ticket. Planning design criteria for the stations according to KMRL. The station can be divided into public and non-public areas. and the platform level has to be adequate for the passengers in normal condition and abnormal condition. So we have to look forward the maximum capacity and design for that. And coming to the clearance and all, the concourse should have a clearance of 5 meters like for a elevator metro station above the road level. And then I did had a collection on stairs and the lift. And coming to the car size and all for the camera, the normal carrying capacities and all. And substation is another thing for a metro station that will provide power and all. And the coming to the platform design, two types of platforms are there: central platform and side platform. In KMRL, they usually prefer side platform of 3 meter wide is what they use, and the one car module is of 43 meters length is four cars, and such as one train is 43 meters. And okay, this LOS performance. LOS performance is how we deduce the volume area required according to the usage and all. In LOS, there is A, B, C, D, E, F, and A is a free circulation zone that requires 1.17 square meter per person area, and how much area is required for queuing and hold room and all, standing and circulation through restricted areas, and all the standing without touching is impossible. Circulation is like that. How much areas are required and all. And for multi-level parking, what is a ramp width, ramp ratio, turning radius, and all that. Coming to the case studies. The first case study that I have done is Huda City Center. It's in Gurgaon, and this why I choose this case study is because this case study was apt for my thesis, because my site was also similar in context with this case study, and because both of them are in a main area, main this Huda City Center is a terminal metro station. Mine was also a terminal metro station, and this is along the yellow line of Delhi Metro. And this area is going to be some purple line or some that link is there. And another thing is that both of them are an elevated station, and in this also there is a commercial hub and a metro station. Both of them are integrated and made as a single complex, and that's what I have also tried to do. And this station building is a 5+2 story structure, and it is like a property development and a rail strategy where they collaborate the commercial areas also. The concept is a live, work and play monorail station system, and called the polycentrism. And the coming to the zoning of the building, in the ground floor ground floor is having shopping mall and service areas and the metro area, and it has 13 entry points and 6 into shopping mall and 4 into service area. And central metro station is at the central area, and this shopping mall is on the both sides, and these are the entrance points. And that's how it's been zoned on the ground floor. On coming to the vertical zoning, as we can see, there's a basement is used for parking and all. In that, lighting is also given, and in the ground floor is where they enter to the station, and from there they will go to the concourse floor. From there, the upper floor is the platform floor, and above that is the office spaces and rooftop cafeteria. There is a section through the metro. When we take a section to the shopping mall, and it's like this. On the platform floor is there. On the other sides, there are shopping malls, and on the both sides. This is the site plan of the case study. as we can see, there are different entrances are there: pedestrian entrance and vehicle entrance. And this vehicle is entered through here, and this is entered to the basement parking. And this is where the metro station is coming. These all are like landscaped areas where the parking and all are there. And this is where the substation is, and this is where the two-wheeler parking. The auto rickshaw stands, auto rickshaw stand, and cycle stand is given over here. Bus bay is given over here. And this is where the open seating and landscape area like a plaza design. And this is the entrance and the exit of the metro station. And coming to the ground floor plan, we see from this case study, I understood the circulation and how is the circulation of how is a commuter is circulated along into the space of a metro station and a shopping mall when they are both are interlinked and all, how they are both of them work and all. And the metro station is this is the central area is the metro station area. These two are the shopping mall area. They entered through the unpaved area, and there will be unpaid area, and there will be security check. After that, they will go to the security gates, and this is where they take the tickets and all. Take tickets from here, and they take the security gates and go to the paid area. From there, they'll take the stairs to go to the Congos area. It will be the paid area. These gates are abandoned gates. They are not used now, and they will use only in case of a rush hour and all. They separate mall entry from the unpaid areas, and office entries from the back side. This is one section showing how it's entered. It's entered through here, and from here it's going to the will go. This is an unpaid area, and this is also unpaid area, and we'll get here, and from here we'll get to the paid areas. The other features of this metro station is that there is a security. The commuters have to go through a security scanning by X-ray scanner, and ladies are having separate ladies frisk and all. And there is a mezzanine floor given since the Congos area and all are having more height because of the beam depth and all. It's about 5 to 6 meter height. So the mall's floor area will be wasted at that time. So they have given a mezzanine floor on the mall to accommodate the commercial spaces and don't lose that space. And peak hour of this peak hour is 5 to 7, and in the evening. Initially, the entry tickets were at the entry, and the ticketing were at the same price, and that caused more crowding, so that the security gates were planned in the different areas, and the ticketing areas were at another area. And ample parking was given, and two customer care services are provided on each floors. Coming to the Congos level plan, Congos is where most of the activities happens, like the main staff areas, main service areas of the metro station, and the signaling equipment room, UPS room, telecommunication equipment room, substation. All these are happening over here. From the Congos area, the exit also was being given. The passengers who are going out of the station are who are leaving the station are go through this come through this staircase, and they will go through like this and go through like this, and this is how they will go into the these are the customer care stations given in this floor. And there's a lift for handicapped one also is given. And once people reach the Congos area, they will take these escalators and go to the platform level. They can take also these steps also. the platform plan. In this, the zoning was given, showing the position of lift, staircase, balcony, and the service course, and fire exit, and the route of fire exit. Wayfinding is another thing. In this metro station, they have used a very good wayfinding system. This is called divergent wayfinding and convergent wayfinding, and the crowd motion boarding or deboarding the train is a divergent type. These are represented by the graphical stickers on the floors and all, and vandal-proof furniture and all are used. And other features are like the auto rickshaws and the parking lots, basement car parkings and all with natural lighting, and cycle rickshaws and bus bays, all are there. The next case study I have done was the metro station in Bangalore. This metro station is it's also an elevator metro station. From this also I have studied all the spaces required, what are the facilities required in a metro station, and how they are interconnected, and how a user's flow is happening in a metro station. Entry, it's like people come through different means and go entrance to the metro station, then they'll take the ticket and go. And this is the unpaid area, these are the paid areas, and like that. And they go to the take the go to platform and go into metro, and this is how they and this is also how they exit from the metro station, and they will go to a platform ticket areas, same thing. And what the inference from this this was in the metro, and this is in the MG Road metro station. And in this metro station is actually connecting between the two it has access from both sides of the campus floor is accessible from both sides. The station extends as a building leading directly into Church Street, and what the inference I got from this is the bottlenecks. Bottlenecks are avoided. Bottlenecks means like the while we reach there, it will be narrow, become narrow, and that is avoided close to the ticket counters. And by situating the ticket windows away from the main route of passengers on their way to ticket barriers, and this convenience of commuting by providing easier connections also. And the feeders are also located near to the exit or entry to decrease the transfer time. Next is the Fulton Central Station that I did case study. This station is an underground station, but why did I did case studies? Because this station is still it's an underground station. The lighting is very well done, and the oculus is the main this sky reflector net oculus. This is the main thing in the station. This station is located in the Fulton Center in New York, and this is also in a very prominent place. The station is locating. So the main thing is that the visual main concept is to make the passengers have a visual connection to the sky also by giving this oculus here, and that will reflect all the light inwards, and also give a connection to the sky, visual connection to the sky. It has climatic functions, and also the main one is to bring the light into the metro station. Then I did a comparative area statement of these two metro station, and I have a CAD file of the Alva metro station, and from that also did the analysis of the areas, and the projected footfall is 7,000 people for the year 2020. Well, that's when we started doing the thesis, and I designed metro according to for that many people, and number of cars were calculated from the KBR and all, for one car for 25 people like that. Total 280 plus 68 cars were needed. That much parking was given, and areas for bus parking, taxi, bicycle rental, and all the drop-off area, all those were calculated. And the project statement of what all are required in the station was decided. In the metro station, what all are required, like for the security check, ladies with security guys, supporting areas like ATM, customer care facilities, for vertical circulation, escalators, lifts, and all, for services, station manager, like that, all those rooms. Coming to the site analysis, the site is located in Info Park area uh, in Ernakulam district, and it's in Ernakulam district. And the site is on the Info Park area. It is a IT hub, and it's in a special economic zone. And the site is connected to the airport by 25 kilometers, and the railway station is at 14 kilometers. And there's a bus stops and all are there. I did a The site comes as the terminal metro station. This is the phase 2 metro proposed is the red dot lines, and this is where it will come. It will start from the Jawaharlal Nehru station and ends on the Info Park. Coming to the site is located in the Info Park area, and next to near the site is the uh, buildings of the IT companies, like the Lulu Cyber Tower, Carnival, Lulu Cyber Towers, and Smart City project, all those are there, and apartments and different flats and commercial spaces are also near to the building. This is how the metro line is coming. I did a building height analysis from the darker grays where the 6-story buildings or above story buildings. This is where the site is, and as you can see, the site is surrounded by tall buildings, and because this area is a special economic zone, so the FIR is very high, little more higher, so they can build according to that. Other thing is the build use. When I analyzed that the area is surrounded by commercial hub in the north, and a residential zone in the east, and a smart city and info park 2 in the south. And the main thing is that the site is having a Kadambra Creek is running over the west side of the site, and this is the main road on the west side. Along the parallel to the road is the Kadambra Creek. So to enter the site from the main road, we need a bridges as we have to propose, because the two access that are still on the so for the site is one is this access. This is a small access. It's almost 3 meters wide road, and this is also a small access. This is actually not a direct access now. This is actually the road for the this is a good road, but it is a road for the smart city project. So this is not a road for this site, so we have to make another road as in a bridge. And these are the different photos of the site. You can see the site is a marshy area, paddy area, and it is surrounded by large flats and all. And I did some climatic analysis, and from that the wind is from mainly from the southwest area, so we have to give more perforations and all to catch the wind on that side. And the area is receiving an ample amount of rainfall also. So to counteract the flood and all of the Kadambra, we have to give some mangroves and all on the Kadambra's borders. And I tried to uplift the do not give a basement floor to, and I didn't give any basement floor, but I used the ground floor as parking, and uplifted the whole building to the first floor for us to counteract the uh, flooding of the Kadambra Creek and this rain also. Site is a 5.8 acre site, and this is site dimensions. And coming to transit routes, the main road is the yellow shown, and this is the main route, and this is the main route, and this is the route that connecting from Kakanad to the Tripunithura, and position of there is one auto stand over here and one auto stand over here, and one bus stop here and one bus stop here. And this is a site, and the site can be only accessed by this road over here and this road over here. And this road is actually the smart cities road, so we cannot access that to that road. Yeah, we have only this road, so we have to make these two bridges over here. Then I did a grid analysis and get to know where should I place all the buildings. These blue areas are areas for having maximum frontage and all. So this is where all should I have given. These orange areas where the facing the water body and all, where the public plaza and all are given. The metro station has to be placed over this area as the metro's alignment was coming over through this area. So it was a key point in and determining the metro's position. Coming to the SWOT analysis, the site is very site is size location is a strong thing. The working class people are the main strength, and smart city project the site is on the edge of the smart city, and this thick vegetation also inside the site will improve the microclimate. And the weakness is that the water from body in front can cause a difficulty in crossing in the site, going to the site, and the mid-rise building along the site blocks vistas, and the roadsides on the main road are filled with car parkings. Another opportunities where the location is on the SEZ zone, and the waterway can be utilized. This water can be used for water metro, and that can waterway can be utilized for water needs of the site. The presence of waterfront can be used for a public plaza also. And the current traffic flow of the site is pretty less, and the network we can also set a very number of people to in the initial stages, and the system validation of the system will be there, and the technique of plugging. Coming to the projects concept and all, the main thing that I try to provide here is that the site was in the context of a city, so the people are lacking public spaces to sit over there. So my main thing is to give a public plaza that will be overlooking the skylines and the water body, and so that for to make that I had to raise the building to the one level like this. The road was over the here. This is the Kadambra Kai. This one typical section where I can show you the this is the plaza that I have designed facing this facing the water body, and one bridge was given to enter to the building like this. We enter to a building like this, and this is how the building is. And the basement is given for parking. Basement is full for parking, and the functions. The major priorities of the project was to the design should be merged with surroundings and should give a maximum rental point to reduce, and another priority was this public space design, good connectivity and last mile connectivity, as it is a terminal metro station. Coming to the planning of the metro station, it is planned with respect to the local context and the number of people, and to reduce the crowd and to increase the revenue of increase the connection from the metro station. There is an exit to the shopping mall also is given. Connecting the shopping mall and the metro station was another concept where the shopping mall can be entered into the people can enter to the shopping mall through the metro also, and they can exit to the shopping mall from the metro also. So they can shop and go into the metro, and from the metro they can come out and shop also. And placemaking is another concept where the people can come, relax and sit. So the place should be welcoming and connecting. So for that, I have did some plaza designs for giving more space for seating and all. And this is one basic zoning I have done. So this is the first concept I said. And the building is elevated into the first floor level, and the service corridors are provided. This is the service corridor. This is provided so that it will connect to the all the uh, large anchor stores and all that of the shopping complex, and that will go through the backside of the all the shops, connecting all the shops, and that will connect to the parking bay on the basement floor, and the loading bay, unloading bay, and the service core like the rooms, electrical rooms, HVAC rooms, all of them are placed on the center so that to capture the need of the metro station and also the shopping mall. And in the inside the mall also there is the internal courtyards and the atriums and all provide maximum natural lighting and all. And coming to the climatic solutions, and the roof of the metro is such that it will the hot air will go out, and this sunlight also it will get a northern sunlight, it will get so the perforations are on the north side like that for the natural ventilation. This kind of in the station as a platform we can give some perforations, solar panels, and functional solutions like a service core on the center, and the connection between metro's platform and footpath to reduce the crowd going out of the out of the station into the concourse floor, and all that to reduce that the exit is directly connected to the mall also, and atrium, mangroves. And coming to the master plan, this is the site, and this is the Kadambarar Creek, and this is the plaza area, and the site is accessible through, this is the entrance, and this is the exit. These are the two bridges. This is the entry bridge, and this is the exit bridge. The site is accessible from the Info Park Road like this, and these are the pedestrian paths. These are the pedestrian paths. These are the all these are shown are the pedestrian paths, and as if a people is coming, the metro is the building is entered through the bridge, and there's a bus and taxis will go like this, and go like this and go like this and enters like this, and the cars and all go like this, and they can drop the person over here and go out like this, or else they can go to the basement like this where they can park. Basement is like a basement is actually the ground floor itself. The ground floor is full of parking and some service buildings on the back side, and the first floor is where the plaza and the building is located, and the plaza is also landscaped by some water bodies, seating, trees, and oases, and some gardening and all, and cars will come and drop the people over here, and they can go through this road over here, and this is where the taxi bay is there. This is where the entry and exit of the mall, and people enter through the mall over here, and they exit also over here, and there are two steps, one step over here and one step over here. They are for the people come from the basement to reach onto the plaza, and from the plaza they can take the pedestrian paths and go to the shopping mall. And there is also a lift over here on the floor, so that people from the basement to reach the top. This is where the metro's entry and exit are given. From here people can exit the metro and can take the taxis and go home. These were the on-site park. This road is the previous main road of the site. This is now used as a service road, and that can be that will go around the site and surrounding this. The metro's route is over through here, and that route is the main thing. So that metro station came out to be like this in this configuration, and metro tunnel. This is where the shopping mall comes. This is where the this whole area is where the shopping mall. This whole area is the metro station. These are the vehicular routes. This red one shows the private vehicles, and yellow one shows the taxis and all. This blue one shows the circulation of the pedestrian path. Coming to the design, this is the ground floor plan. Ground floor is the floor, as you can see in the section, this is the ground floor. Ground floor is accessible from the road through here, and this is the plaza and all. The section is through here. So this is the plaza, this is the metro station, and this is the shopping mall, and this is the metro station. It's entered through here, and this is where the drop off is. And as you can see, there's 2 steps and 2 lifts. These two steps and these 2 lifts are from the basement to the ground floor only, and for the people on the ground and basement parking to reach to the metro station. And in the shopping mall also, I have given I try to arrange the shopping places along the atrium, and I try to give the large space like anchor stores and all over the side, so that on the corner inside, so that people has to go through the smaller spaces first to get to there, and they'll get shopping from there. These are the violet one are the service corridor that I have provided for the shops to get supplies. And this is where the this is the area of the service core, and this is HVAC electrical rooms and all. This is the service room where the service lift and service stairs from the basement floor. This is common in every floor, and from the basement this service lift and the service lobby is connected to the service corridor here, and this service corridor connects to the spaces like this. Coming to the metro station is this is how the metro station's entrance, and one entrance through here and one entrance through here. And this entrance is through the out from the outside. This is one entrance through from the inside of the shopping mall, and there are 2 security cabins for checking and all, and the tourism office, customer care are given over here, so that when direct entrance they can see where is the customer care office and all, and ticket counters are also provided over the farther side, so there is a space for queue, and also they can directly see the ticket counters on their arrival. And access ticket office and exhibition space is also given to increase the art exhibit and art value and all. And after taking the tickets, they can go through the security gates, and they will reach the paid area. These are the unpaid area, and this is the paid area. And from the gates, there is a stairs to concourse. These are the stairs that they will take to go to, up to the concourse. These stairs are used for exit from the concourse to the this is for exit, and people exiting will take the stairs, and they will go from here and go to the security gate and exit from the metro like this. People are entering will go like this and go to security counters, go to the steps, or they can take the escalator or the lift over here. Lift also over here. There is waiting room as also provided over here. and retail spaces are also provided to increase the revenue. This area is like an internal courtyard space where people can come sit and all are there. This area is having some stores and lift and escalators. The ASS of the substation of the metro station comes on the ground floor. So over here. Coming to the, I'll show the basement floor plan now. And the basement floor is having mainly parking. It is directly accessed from the ground like this. And these service buildings are placed over here, and all the other spaces are for parking. This is the entrance from the parking from the ground floor level, from the top floor level to the basement floor. And this is the entrance to and the car can go like this, or can take a turn like this, or from here, or can take like this and go like that. And one step is further over here, one step is further over here, and one lobby over here, one lobby over here, one lobby over here for people on downstairs to go up to the this all will go provide them to the shopping mall. This also all for to the shopping mall is to the entrance drop off area. Coming to the second floor plan, level 2, that's on this level. That is the Congo's floor, and for the metro station. And after people reaching here, and those people who want to go to the platform 1 and platform 2, they will choose from here. Those who want to go to platform 1 can take this stair. Those who want to go to platform 2 can take this stair. And those who are lefting from the station can come exit, can take this stair, and can come and take this stair down also to go to down. There's an escalator also given over here. And in the there's a library also given, coffee shop, retail spaces, and all are given. Coming to the shopping mall area, an anchor store. This is the on top of the internal courtyard. I have given an open seating terrace, and some and this public lift. This lift from this lift we can reach the terrace also. In the coming shopping mall, this along the atrium spaces are arranged like this, and 3 public lift and 2 escalators. After we are reaching from these escalators, we have to go like this and reach this escalator. So people have to walk through this much area. That will increase the chance of them going to shop and all. And coming to the platform level plan, and this is the platform 1, this is the platform 2. Exit, those who want to, the people are reaching the platform 1 through this staircase, and through this lift also are there, and one escalator is also there. And if they have to go down from this platform, they can take this escalator or this lift. There are 2 escalators are there. In here also one staircase is given, and one escalator is also given. And from the metro, there is a connection between metro and the shopping mall. This is a bridge, and this is on the third floor. There I have given spaces for show, food court, and gaming and game center, and the staff room and store area for that food court and kitchen and all of that. And open seat, food court seating area also provided. And from that there is a connection to metro station design entry, ticket counters, and this exit and this security gates are also given. These are the two sections. The sections I will explain how the people will go in and out of the stations. And this is the first step. This step is for people to from the ground floor to reach the concourse level. Both of the steps are used for this step is for going up and this step is for going up and down. And once they reach the concourse level, from there they can take these two escalators are there, and one escalator they can take, or there one stair is also there in this side. They can both of them to reach the platform 2, or to reach the platform 1 they can take this that step here. This is for going up and going down also, and there is one escalator also there, they can use that to going up, and for coming down also one escalator is there. And those who want to come down from platform 1, they will take this escalator or this step, they will come down to here. From there they will take this escalator or this step, and they exit through here. And those who want to go to platform 1 from here can come over here and take this step or step and escalator over here and go to platform 2. This is the typical section showing the position of the basement and the metro stations. These are some service rooms. These are the parkings, and this is a anchor store, and this is a service corridor connecting to the these are the some views of the metro station. This panel design was done over the metro station to match the context, because the smart city on the other side is also having such a kind of panel design. So I try to imitate that over here, and even entrance like this, complete for a aesthetic look, and plaza was also designed, and the taxi bay, the view of the taxi bay, and the car parking. This is a road to the basement from plaza. This is plaza view, some water body, and the teaching center. This is the entrance area, the drop-off area, the walkways, and the teaching areas of the plaza. This is the bus bay where bus shelter and where people wait for bus. There's a cycle understand also over here. And